This is what chaos looks like underwater. I remember filming it vividly. Sardines surrounded me in every direction. Thousands of fish were brushing past you. It's unnerving, enough to make you feel uncomfortable. Now, as I'm filming, this massive bait ball, it starts to tighten up. It starts shrinking, getting smaller and smaller. The sardines are being targeted by larger fish. And on top of that, sea lions are charging up from below. It made for some pretty incredible photographic opportunities. And everything is moving all at once. I can tell you firsthand, it can be overwhelming. So much so that a massive Barudus whale came right up to me multiple times, and I never saw it until it was already there. As a photographer, this is the stuff of dreams. But what you see in the moment is often not the whole story. When you're in it, there's so much happening that you don't always catch every detail, especially near a bait ball full of distractions. Now take a look at this clip and see if you notice something. It's something I didn't see at the time. Did you catch it? Right at the very end. Let's take another look. That sea lion is missing its hind fins. That got my attention. So I went back through the footage and I kept watching for that particular sea lion. And then it showed up right in front of me. This sea lion doesn't have hind fins. I don't know how that happened, but I have a pretty good idea how it did. But seeing it again right in the middle of a bait ball changed the way I started thinking about these moments, because it raised a question I've become completely obsessed with. Do bait balls create so much chaos, so much distraction, that a great white can use it to its advantage? Recently, I filmed a pod of dolphins completely focused on a bait ball, and something incredible happened. It's something I always imagined could. A great white quietly closing the distance, getting well within striking range of dolphins. Watch this. What started out as something that felt random has become something I've grown accustomed to seeing. Notice how this white shark turns directly toward the bait ball. There's also a sea lion nearby. More and more, I'm seeing great whites travel straight toward or directly through bait balls. I always assumed they would avoid them. But the more I watched sharks move through bait balls, the more it started to feel intentional. There may be a strategy behind it. It's a stark contrast to how dolphins interact with bait balls. Dolphins typically charge right through them, actively chasing fish. And this often happens in the presence of white sharks. After all, there are clear benefits to being near dolphins. They're efficient hunters, and they often leave behind scraps, something sharks readily take advantage of. But when it comes to larger white sharks, there may be another reason for staying close. Watch how this scene develops. This white shark stays just outside the action, shadowing the dolphin's movement. The dolphins are chasing fish. Eventually, another shark appears. And what happened next changed the way I started looking at these interactions. The shark turns completely toward the dolphins. At this distance, in past encounters, dolphins typically notice the shark and either scatter or actively drive it away. But not this time. The shark continues to close the distance. It gets closer and closer until the dolphins finally react. But not before the white shark was well within a single body length of them. As I zoom out, the shark changes directions and ironically passes through the bait ball. It is known that white sharks have dolphins on their menu, but I've often wondered if white sharks eat them more as a scavenging opportunity or if they actually hunt them. And most importantly, I've often wondered how a white shark would even get close enough to such a social and intelligent marine mammal to make such a kill. The answer might be in the bait balls. Their distraction might just be enough for a white shark to get close enough to strike through surprise. It raises a question that's just hard to ignore. Are bait balls just feeding events, Or are they moments where attention shifts and opportunities quietly open? If you find this kind of real-life nature observation interesting, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. It is the best way to support real, non-AI generated content in your feeds. What you just saw isn't something I've observed once or twice. It's something I'm starting to see repeatedly. In fact, I've seen sea lions approached by white sharks multiple times while the sea lions were clearly preoccupied near bait balls. Some of you might remember this next sequence I filmed a few years ago. A sea lion chasing bait with a white shark moving in nearby. Watch how this plays out. As the sea lion dives for the bait, the shark moves directly toward it. Right here, the shark clearly senses something. That change in direction is evident. And then it dives. When the shark dives, something unexpected happens. The sea lion turns the tables and begins to chase the shark away. In a reversal of roles, the shark becomes the one being chased. This was the first time I remember noticing a white shark move in on a sea lion that appeared distracted by bait. This shark is younger, it's smaller, but the proximity still matters. Whether this was inexperience, opportunism, or simply a brief interaction, this moment has stayed with me. Since then, I keep coming back to the same idea. Bait balls create an extraordinary amount of distraction, and in those moments, sharks may be able to move in closer than they otherwise could. I'd really like to hear how you interpret this. Do these encounters feel like a coincidence to you, or do they suggest a pattern worth paying attention to? Let me know in the comments below. As a photographer, I realize that images rarely offer crystal clear explanations. They're just observations. Bait balls are chaotic. They're mesmerizing, and believe me, I know firsthand how they pull your attention. Out there, it's easy to focus on what's moving the most and miss what's moving quietly alongside it. That clip I opened the episode with, the sea lion with its hind fins missing, I completely missed that in the moment. It wasn't until later, when I went back to the footage, that I noticed it. But it makes me wonder how much else is happening during these chaotic moments I've filmed over the years, without ever realizing it. All I know is this: I'm gonna keep observing. Thanks for watching.